Sure.
Actually, take a video while he's doing the makeup.
I am.
Awesome. And then can I see it at the end?
Sure.
It's me, and can I see it at
You're
the
in
end?
it too.
Can I see it at the
Making
end?
it
Sure.
Thanks.
We should just do what we're doing naturally.
Then
Yep. Teaching
I can't
that
wait.
next.
I can't wait.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of The Way It Is Theater. Tonight, I'm at Jub Jub's Fuck Your Day. We're going to see A Hazards of Love, a tribute to the Decemberists. Let's go inside.
So let's be married here today. These Russian waves, they're all winning mad. We will lie like river stones, rolling only where it takes us. The ensemble. And we have the band, which is
Okay, so now it's the end of the show, and the crowd is going wild. Oh no! Wait, look, we have Cass. We have Cass. So perfect. Hi.
We're the evil.
Oh, it's so
That
perfect.
works.
So perfect. Okay, don't leave because I have to interview you.
You
Hi.
gonna interview me first?
Yes.
Cool.
Please don't leave.
Hi.
Hi, Rory.
Hi, I love you.
I love you. Mwah. Rory.
What can I do for you?
Gosh, that was. Hi.
That's our child wrangler
Hello, Wrangler.
and the voice of the children.
Children.
Uh,
Rory.
yes, Ashley.
Wow.
Yeah?
Wow. Rory, please tell me about your favorite part of doing this whole thing.
Oh God. Tonight, I worry a whole lot about shows and how they're all gonna go wrong. But I live for the moment, opening night, where it all comes together and we kick ass and knock it out of the park. This is my favorite part of the show is opening night. The biggest thing I had to overcome, biggest challenge was me. I was in the show last time we did it 3 years ago, and there's an expectation of how it was, how it's supposed to be, and I didn't have to reinvent the character, but I had to reinvent a lot of my motivations, why I was doing certain things, because the other characters had different motivations than the original cast. So I had to get past myself and my expectations of what this show was supposed to be a part of a new thing, same thing kind of event with a new cast. All my other actors are all new to me, and so we had to, forming a new ensemble and not holding myself back, because God, this isn't right, that's not right. It was more joining in, and just taking part in this production, not the past production. And as an actor, that makes sense.
That
right?
makes so much sense. It's very valid. Especially if you're doing shows that you've done before.
Yeah, and
you have a lot of
character.
expectations of what you want to bring and what's new to the table and
what I
gosh,
expect to be brought to me too.
Exactly.
And
You
I
always
couldn't
want-
get butthurt about that.
and you do, and what you said is absolutely true. Is anybody that's done theater, that's done acting, like you've done that, where you say, "Oh, hey, I know what it's supposed to be like,"
And then it's not.
but
and
to
you have
throw it away.
Yeah.
But that's so
You
cool.
have to
Like,
reinvent it, and like I said, the character's the same character. Half the costume's the same. Yeah, no. I love these. Ren Fair steampunk.
okay, so I'm with Scooby. He plays the main name. He's the fawn.
Yes, I'm
Right?
William.
He's the fawn. Look at this guy. Look at how cute he is. Hi.
Hi.
You were outstanding.
Thank you.
I have not seen a piece like this that literally drove me to tears in a very long time.
Thank you. This is a huge
So,
compliment.
dude, it was so cool to see. So I want to know man, how much preparation did it take for you to do this? Like, what did you have to do?
We started a couple months ago, just kind of listening to the music and working on certain songs. I did a lot of the choreography that you see between Margaret and I.
You guys are in so much synergy. It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
and that, I mean, we knew each other beforehand.
That helps.
And so that helped. I was somebody I could trust and work with. But it really started to come together these last couple rehearsals once we had the band, and the energy of it was just so much stronger. And you know, and it's definitely an intimate show for two people.
It's so as somebody that has never seen this and is not very familiar with the Decemberists, I cried like a little bitch the entire. I was like the whole time. Beautiful work. Like, wow, you should be so proud of your. Wow.
Thank you. It's unlike anything I've done before, for sure. It's there's so much acting involved, and at first I was nervous about that aspect, but the emotion's there. I mean, you were crying. We were basically just dry sobbing on there. We'll probably be crying tears at some point, but we're moved to that level for sure.
Yeah, you feel it. It's real.
It is. It's definitely real.
You can. I mean, for me, it's like I can understand as actor to actor that for having your live band, someone doing this, making your music in front of you, it's very powerful.
Yeah, it's haunting. I mean, when I hear them sing the Margaret's character, I want to find her, and I need to find her.
You do, and I felt it. I was like, find her, dude, find her. Please find her. I'm so upset right now.
Yeah.
So upset. I want to ask you, what's been, if you had to pinpoint anything that's been extremely challenging for you in this experience, what would you say?
The show involves a lot more improvisational movement than I'm typically used to in a show. I'm used to.
Are you classically trained?
I'm a trained dancer, and as a dancer and a choreographer, I'm used to everything being set.
See, we need 5, 6, 7, 8 people.
We do, and
we need 5, 6, 7, 8.
And live music has a different tempo sometimes, and the ability to kind of roll with it, and the entire cast just rolls with it. Everything, the musicians roll with it. We work with it, and there's only like 2 very set choreographed pieces. Everything else is, we have markers that we hit, and there's certain things we get to, but the movement in between is where our heart takes us. So that's been great.
And you know what? It read to me as someone that has been. I'm not classically trained, but I'm trained, and I'm a theater person, and I could feel that from you guys. I was like, they're in so much sync, but I could tell that there was a lot of improv happening. It was so beautiful. I think that's part of why this piece was so moving and beautiful. Like, holy shit! Like, look, so proud. Wow. I cried.
Thank you.
I did. I cried. It was so good.
Thank you so much.
Scooby, the lead man.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, so now I'm with the heroine, Sarah. Look at her. She's got little fake blood on her face.
A lot of fake blood.
I have to say, someone that comes from very strong roots of dancing and opera. I got chills watching you dance. You are a beautiful dancer. Really, you are outstanding. Really, my most favorite part was watching you dance. You're great. You're a beautiful dancer. I want to know, what made you say yes to this project?
Well, I've known Scooby for a while. We've danced together for a couple of years, and he just kind of called me up one day and was like, hey, do you want to work on this project with me and Andrea? And I'd known Andrea forever. And it's 2 amazing people that have been such huge influences on me as a dancer and as a person. So, it was no hesitation. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Anything
Done.
that you 2 are working on together,
Done.
yes.
I love that. And you can really tell the chemistry between you 2 is very beautiful, and it's very heartfelt. Was that hard for you to choreograph yourself?
I don't think so. The chemistry, because we've worked together before and because we've been really comfortable with each other, it was just kind of there already. Some of the things like getting comfortable with like a sex scene, basically, things I was like, a little weird about at first, but Scooby's been a really good guide and a really helpful and making sure that I'm comfortable, which I appreciate so
That's great.
so much.
That's what you want in
Yeah.
a leading man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm infinitely grateful because it would have been weird with, honestly, it would have been so weird with anyone else.
Tell me about your training. What kind of training do you have? What's your background?
Well, I actually started out as an Irish dancer, which is kind of weird, but
Not really.
yeah, but from there, I just kind of expanded out. Right now, I'm studying dance at the University of Nevada, so it's mostly modern dance, ballet, jazz training background. But
Your lines are beautiful.
well, thank you.
The whole time I was all,
That's the one thing I worry about.
I was like, look at her lines.
Oh, thank
Look at them. I want to do. Oh, look at her line. That's like literally all I could say. I was like, and I'm crying.
Oh.
I'm crying. You were outstandingly beautiful and gorgeous in this piece. Like really, you should be. I don't even know you, but I'm like so proud of you. Do you know what I mean? Is there anything that you felt has been extremely challenging for you doing this?
It's a style of dance that I'm not used to. I'm also not used to being out on stage dancing for an hour straight, without like really.
Hi. So tell me again for the second time. I know I'm terrible. What made you want to do this project?
We did this project about 3 years ago, and it was because my kids introduced me to this album, and you're a captive audience when you're in the minivan. So they put it on, they stuck it in, they handed it to me and said, put this in. And I listened to it, and I just started crying. And I saw the whole thing fleshed out before, and we did it before, and it was beautiful. It really was. But this time we had some more time to process it. Gabe is a much better musician now. He was great then, but he's really great now, and it's evolved. Our community of performers has all evolved, and we kept hearing from people. I'd go in places and people would say, "Are you ever going to do that Hazards of Love thing again?" And it was a lot of times, and Rory heard it too, and we were talking. It's like, let's just do this again. And this time we had the Jub Jub space, which is so huge, and we were able to kind of sculpt the environment out of this gigantic space and make it into a forest, and there's the two sides of the river, and it just, everything fell into place. It was total synergy, the whole thing.
I love that. What's been challenging for you?
It's always you like timing. When you're working with a lot of volunteers, a lot of people that are putting in their time, and they have jobs and time, that's really hard to make sure you're respectful of everybody's personal time and respectful enough of their talent to know how much do I need to intervene, and how much direction do they really need, but also to let them kind of have their own creativity unfold, and knowing where the boundaries are. So what I try to do is like create a skeleton of time and a skeleton of like a fundamental structure and set of ideas about where we want this to go from both a aesthetic and an emotional perspective, and then kind of let everybody flesh it out, from the trees to the musicians to the dancers to everything, and everyone brought their own piece of it, and it worked out into something.
Who do you want to thank? I know you have tons and tons of people.
So many people. It's in the program is a list of all the people that helped, but we got to do some rehearsing at the Gerber Medical Clinic. They let us use their space. We got to do the Melting Pot, and Prism Magic sold their tickets. We had Andrea Julerat made these incredible masks, and Erica Tauschen gave us these like hundreds of bases of these kind of basic masks, and Andrea tore them apart and made them into these incredible things. Jub Jub's was so great. They let us rehearse in there way more than they had to. They let us use the space because it's so hard to, if you're going to work in a weird configuration, it's hard to choreograph around that if you're not in the space. Mm-hmm. So they let us work with it. The word of mouth, Katrina from the RGJ, and oh my God, everybody. Kelly Rush had us on the radio, and Oliver, and the publicity was amazing. And I think mostly just the cast, because they brought their everything. They brought their skill sets, the skill sets they had outside of just performance stuff, like the creativity for art, making their costumes, and mostly just like friendship and really genuine commitment to being there as a community. There's really no I love drama. That's what we're doing here, is drama, but the kind of thing where somebody becomes more important because they play a more important role or something, that has not happened one time. There is nobody in this cast that has been made to feel like they don't matter, or that has been made to feel like they're more important. Everyone is so integral and so important, and I'm grateful for the whole cast for that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.